The Lunar New Year is here, and I want to go into what does the Lunar New Year of the Year of the Rabbit means. And this is happening on January 22nd, 2023, as well as the same day as the Aquarius new moon. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the meaning of the rabbit, the numerology, as well as the card reading. I hope you guys can hear me because upstairs my whole window is vibrating as soon as I started this video. So let me know if you guys are good. I'll probably hear it when I edit this anyways. Let's get into it. I can't wait to hang out with you guys. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bells. It helps the channel a lot. And it also just makes sure that everyone knows what this Lunar New Year has all in store for us. So let's get into the video. The first thing I want to share with you guys is the year of the rabbit. So the year of the rabbit, what does the rabbit spiritually mean for this year? The rabbit is the energy, and shamanically is the meaning of luck, prosperity, and fertility. So for those of you this year is actually going to see a lot of miracle babies. So whether you yourself or someone in your circle or someone that you know who's been trying to have a child, or maybe miscarriage a child, or maybe had a hard time going through a pregnancy, or perhaps systems and this world has told you that you could not be pregnant, well, there will be a miracle child in this lineage. Now, the miracle baby is going to bring so much depth into your family, but also your inner growth, because I'm going to go into that, but the number as well of this day actually really goes with that meaning. Now, I know not all of us are, wanting children, and that's okay. This energy still means the fertility of honoring, birthing a new idea. So this is a very intuitive number. On this day, you're going to feel really intuitive, very connected to divine. You're going to probably feel more sensations just energetically and physically, just confirming what you're feeling and knowing when there may be doubt, or even when you're just being curious. This is not logical. It is rather just an emotional and physical feeling that you're going to receive. And again, there's going to be so many heightened intuitive energies that will be flowing through us during the time of the Lunar New Year on January 22nd, 2023, the year of the rabbit. And really think also, what is the energy of the rabbit? Like, what do they do? How are they in nature? That's really going to help you really understand more. But most importantly, rabbits do birth many little ones, right? So it's like, what are you birthing? What many ideas are you birthing? And this is going to be a great year to really reflect and go into that. Something that is so deep from our souls is going to be birthed. So again, when we were thinking about a baby, this baby is a representation of you and your partner, or the person that you are birthing this baby with, but also it is a representation of your grandmother, your great-grandmother, and all those that walked before you. So this baby is going to have such deep energy. And when I was actually channeling this message for the Lunar New Year of the year of the rabbit, I actually saw a pyramid of energy and light channeled messages in this pyramid. The center was kind of like yourself, or our collective. And then in that was like a circle, almost like what we feel when we feel the center of the earth, that heart of the womb of the earth. And that energy was essentially the baby spirit. And maybe some of you will even be in contact with the baby spirit around this time, or maybe you're currently holding a baby right now. You've recently got the great news, and if that's you, congratulations. But yeah, there's definitely this depth. And then for others of you, you're still going to have a lot of activity in your hara, in your sacral, in your womb. But the year of the rabbit is calling you that you are birthing so many things more than you expected. And that is something that after such a dark shadow period that collectively we went through, it's almost like we feel like these little sparks of light in our life are things that we have to honor and hold on to. And there's almost this attachment that we feel like something, because we haven't seen light in our life for so long, we have to hold on to it, and we have to keep it, and we have to savor it. There's a double-edged sword with that. It's beautiful that we savor, we bring gratitude to things, but when we hold it to a point where we think that it is scarce and that we will not have many of those moments, that is where the soul feels a little unaligned. So we're feeling this balance of like, oh wow, there's actually so much abundant things and light in my being, in my inner pyramid, And again, thinking about the pyramid is one of the most powerful structures, you know, but also if we think about it on a geographical space, think of the pyramids of Egypt. Like if any of you connect with that energy as well. Think about what the rabbit means in the Egyptian, you know, mythology. These are all things that come through in the meaning of, you know, the pyramids and how that is coming into our space. Even the Mayan culture, pyramids are there. Pyramids are everywhere. You know, it's in a lot of spaces in the world, and there are a lot of them are sacred energetic fields. So it's almost like they're all being activated within ourselves to open and birth something much bigger. There's also going to be an egregore of energy that's going to happen on this Lunar New Year for the rabbit, especially really more now. I think more people physically are together, and with that, it's almost like now our spirits get to meet suit even more. And we are seeing that more people are social on this day. So the egregore energy is that the planet is being like kind of elevated. We're starting to see the new earth. You guys have heard me in other videos talk about new earth leadership, new earth. Like I'm currently doing the training for the new earth healers training right now. And I'm so grateful for these souls that are in it. All this to say is that, you know, now it's not about dreaming it and like waiting for it to come. It's like, it is here. That is what this rabbit year is about. It's like all of the things that we've been calling in is finally coming into fruition. And that is why on this day, it's very important to be mindful of our thoughts and our energy, trying not to be around so much negativity on this day, really being mindful of your thoughts, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're doing, because that will manifest much quicker because of the frequency of the day on January 22nd, 2023. We are being advanced. So we're seeing this already in the world. I'm just going to put out, you know, a premonition out there, but we're already seeing it with AI, and it's going to develop more and more in our technology, in our everyday life. We're also going to see it in the globe that there's going to be new platforms, perhaps a new social media platform that will come up that will be very out there. And I don't think people will perhaps have a lot of trust in that, but it will be created by the person who's creating it around this time. And we're going to see it evolve and kind of see it in the media more and more. There's going to be new apps with, again, high conscious new leaders that are going to bring new applications to our everyday life around higher consciousness, around new ways of meditation, around new ways of practices and rituals. We are also seeing that there's going to be new finds of creatures. And this one was really beautiful to witness in the vision that I had with the Lunar New Year, the year of the rabbit, is that there's going to be a lot of science research of new life, and even the life that's already on this earth is advancing. I even said, because I'm a Kambo practitioner, so I serve Kambo medicine, and I'm noticing that even the frequency and the DNA of the frog has become so potent, so evolved, that it's almost like becomes like this light energy that I've never seen before. And a structure of the DNA is so powerful, and it's here to support us. So with that egregore of energy, we're creating and we're noticing that energy going out. Even the other day I was driving and I was saying that with the Lunar New Year and a rabbit, when we talk about luck and prosperity, going back to what the rabbit means, it's also telling us that like everything is in this karmic nature, right? What we put out is what we receive right back. And I see that day and day more consciously. If I am angry, for example, excuse me, I just burped. But if I'm angry, for example, at someone, literally the day of, someone will be angry at me, right? So it's like almost like we are feeling this depth of perspective. And with that is giving us more tools for us to work towards prosperity and just be in more self-power and self-control of our energy. And I'm going to talk about that in the numerology meeting. So collective light is in the depth of like such deep, deep, dark periods. Like I mentioned, we are seeing light in the shadow of things. And with that, it's like our soul is becoming more powerful as we create that prosperity and fertility within ourselves. If we think about the womb, the hara, the sacral, it is the energy of the dark womb, like the dark cave is what a lot of Sanskrit and other cultures believe. So this is an entrance to where we come to life, but it's also an entrance of where we leave. So this is very powerful. When we think about when we're done from this earth, a lot of people, what do? They bury the body into the earth. What is that? It goes back into the earth, the womb of the earth, right? So you come into the womb, you go out of the womb. So there's going to be a lot of people doing a lot of deep work. I wouldn't even be surprised if people are shifting their moon cycle. So women's, if you are shifting your moon cycle to the full moon or the new moon, or maybe the opposite, this day is going to shift that a little bit for you, and just let it be because it's changing a cycle. Shadow work prompt that I have for you for the Lunar New Year. How can you be your own luck and prosperity in life? Got the words out. How can you be your own luck and prosperity in life? And I think this is so beautiful because when we think about the rabbit, right? Like the rabbit continues to live its life. And I remember, it just brings me back to the memory when my dad's a big gardener. I grew up with him gardening every summer, and we would always find the same rabbit living in their space. And obviously he was not happy about it because it would eat all our lettuce and all our food, but the rabbit would live its life and always be prosperous. Even if we were to take that patch of lettuce and it would have less, like, it doesn't see it that way. It has another garden to probably explore. So I think the best way of explaining this is, like, regardless of your shadow and light periods of life, regardless of what you go through, the Lunar New Year in the rabbit is about a celebration of your luck that you've received and the luck that you're going to continue receiving. The prosperity you always had. And it's not that you need to get more of it. It's already there for you. The fertility that you are a fertile being. And if anyone says otherwise, or you have been thought to think that way, this is a process of you letting that go and stepping into a higher consciousness and a higher perspective. So I love the meaning of the rabbit. I'm really excited for this year. Let's go into the numbers. So I added the numbers of this day. So we have the first month of the year. It is 2/2, which is 22, and then we have 2023. So when we add that, that is the number 12. Okay. Now, 12, when we look at the energy meaning, what does the angel number, the numerology number 12 mean? It means working with masculine archetypes on this day. So if you're thinking about a grandfather, a father, someone, a brother that has passed over, that has been a big part of your process, or maybe even a male ancestor that you haven't met before, they are supporting you and giving you blessings of prosperity, fertility, and they're passing that over to you. They're giving you the baton. I always say that, like, it's interesting. When humans cross over, they become a little less, problematic, if you will, because we've let go of all our human problems. And now the spirit only has to do focus on the spirit stuff, if that makes sense. So a lot of times, even those masculine archetypes or guides and ancestors that we've had a lot of problems with in this time, they actually become more open with us, and we can actually have a better conversation, and we can have a better relationship with them. So I do feel that. I even see like Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel. So if these are archangels that you connect with on the Lunar New Year on January 22nd, 2023, I would highly suggest you connecting with them. The second thing you need to know about this Lunar Year in 2023 is that recreations of the masculine ancestors are coming back into family. This is something that's been really interesting. I actually posted on my TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, you can follow there. I love to just have fun, and it's just really playful there, and I just post content that feels good. But for you guys, this is kind of interesting. I've been noticing the advancement of new babies so much more, and I think this Lunar New Year is like almost like this year is a different type of archetype of baby again. And again, this one is really interesting because we're starting to see parts and fragments of our old ancestors in these babies. So especially the masculine, like fathers and whatnot, maybe they look like a lot like the family that passed away, or maybe they're even speaking like them, or they're very, but it's more advanced. It's like a part of themselves. They are their soul, but there is that part of a loved one that's within them. So, we will see new births of almost like, I want to say, a part of the soul that has passed in this baby. And it's an opportunity for them to, heal through the life of this soul, and for that soul to guide them through their own life, human experience, if that makes sense. And it's going to, again, bring a lot of luck to your family because that's clearing out some karma. The third thing you need to know about this Lunar New Year. I am I am feeling like I am in a journey, guys. I channeled this literally right before this, so mind me. I keep saying that. Lunar New Year. Lunar New Year. It is the Lunar New Year. So higher consciousness and spiritual growth. So 12 is I think of 12th dimension. 12th dimension is like the dimension beyond being. So we have like various dimensions, but 12 to me, what it feels like is just this feeling of dissolving, this feeling of just state of being that is on a layer of beyond your body, beyond even the tangibility of your spirit. So here it's talking about higher consciousness, spiritual growth, thinking about those archetypes, those, orishas, those guides that we connect with, and thinking about how much it would feel to be a part of them, right? So you're being called into their body, into their being, and their spirit to feel this higher consciousness of inner self-power. So this time is about trying new things. A lot of you are going to be stepping into curiosity of things you've never experienced, or maybe things you were scared of before. I know for me, a lot of my retreats, especially because I do medicine retreats with various medicines, and I have 5 that are coming up this year. So if you're interested in that, apply down below. But there's been people who have been like nervous to go, and then it's funny, a few weeks later they'll be like, Shika, I'm really interested in the medicine ceremony. So this is kind of what's going to happen 2023. It's like we're going to have cold feet sometimes, but then there's going to be moments where we're like, oh my God, like I think I can do this. And this is kind of this guidance of these masculine archetypes that are supporting you, but you have to be open to that higher consciousness. You need to continue to be curious with your intuition, and it's going to be so loud that you won't be able to avoid it. So for those of you who were taught to be scared of your dreams, to be scared of, different energies and beings, or to be scared of thinking certain ways, that is going to be kind of challenged around this time in 2023 and of the year of the rabbit. So it can help remove anything that doesn't feel fully aligned to you and really step into a new perspective and pattern and belief system that you can kind of follow through with. So new medicine ceremonies, a lot of you will be coming into connection, doing meditations with community, creating something together for the new earth in a deeper way. New rituals will occur. So maybe before you weren't able to meditate, and now you're able to meditate in a different way, or you've defined meditation differently. Maybe meditation's like walking instead for you. So you are now defining different things in your life by taking your own power into your being. There's new light codes that are advancing into the planet, and we're seeing that more and more, and new dimensions. We're interacting with other dimensions, other light beings that are coming and just reaching their hands out, supporting us. And again, they're bringing us luck, but also blessings and protection. So get curious, connect with them, follow your intuition. Another thing based on the number 12 and what you need to know about this rabbit year, this Lunar New Year, is that things that you have failed in the past are giving an opportunity to be recreated. So maybe you started a business and it failed. Maybe you had an idea and you never really did it. Maybe you had a pregnancy and the baby didn't pass through Earthside. Maybe all these things. Anyways, all this to say is you are going to be going through growth to bring you to finally do those things again. And in doing that, you are going to succeed so much more. So this is a confirmation. Yes, you will succeed, but you need to be willing to do things differently. You cannot compare yourself from what failed before so much that it holds you against going forward in what you actually want to do. So get deeper strides in that. And that is all in the masculine. But again, first, the feminine of just surrendering needs to happen. And I'm going to go into why that is in the next part. But that is so, so important. The next thing you need to know about this Lunar New Year in the year of the rabbit on January 22nd, 2023 is lots of lessons. I keep saying this, but I'm just being honest. Lessons and lessons and lessons. This year is about being a student. And it's funny because the student is the teacher, right? A lot of us want to be the teacher, but avoid being the student. Even myself, I learn from when I'm teaching, when I'm guiding other people, when I'm in the process of learning. Like, that is part of life. You are a student here in this human meat suit. So your soul's here to learn and grasp and experience things and to feel things. So how can I be a student this year to advance my perspective in a higher consciousness? Write that down. That's going to help you with the shadow work prompt. Authorities in your life shift as this day brings you to a deeper understanding of your own energetic power. So this is one of the biggest things. There's going to be a huge fire blast in your solar plexus. Okay, solar plexus roots in what? Power and responsibility. So here it's like you're getting the getting out of jail card. You remember Monopoly? Does anyone remember Monopoly? If you do, put a money bag down below. If you used to play it, put a green heart emoji. I used to play it all the time with my family. But remember Monopoly, and you had the get out of jail card, and people would always like hope they could have one of those just in case, right? It's like, you're not doing it just in case here. You're getting the get out of jail card from yourself. And this is from being suffering and being a victim, right? And this goes back to what I was talking about failing. When we hold ourselves in that failing mentality, that negative mentality, we are calling in suffering. That's a big one. That's a big channel message. When we have been hooked on the failure of life, we are calling in suffering, whether that's suffering of that thought, that experience, or suffering and other experiences that come and attract in our life that actually make us feel like we don't have power, we're powerless. We're throwing that out in this lunar year. We're throwing it out of this Lunar New Year. So again, ask yourself, how can I move myself out of that suffering role? Because I don't deserve that. You don't deserve, no one deserves that. The other thing you need to know about this Lunar New Year is that it is a very powerful time to manifest. So this is what I want you guys to do. You'll thank me later. I want you to write down very specifically, jot note what you want to manifest for 2023. Remember that vision board thing that everyone was doing in the beginning of the year? Yeah, no, this is the time to do it because we were in retrograde and there was no point of doing it then. There was a point of thinking about what we wanted to do and starting it. Of course, that's all going to go to the energy moving forward, but right now is the time. So energetically with the moon, if you're like me, you work with the moon a lot, I would highly suggest you writing it down. So write down those things, bring in a manifestation meditation. I'm going to maybe I'll post, we'll see. I'm thinking of posting a meditation for you guys that's going to support you. And that surprise I told you about, that's going to be the email list. Guess what? It's going to actually help you with this. And it's going to keep you accountable for your manifestation. So again, add yourself to the email list. The other thing that you need to know, and the last thing, is that new love. So a lot of you who've been seeking out love, or maybe you did not experience divine unionship, this love is coming strong and the soul has already contacted you, whether you know it or not in spirit world. So during the year of the rabbit, you're getting the luck and prosperity of birthing a new love in your life. Now, for some of you, this is going to happen really quickly. Like, it's going to be like, meet you, know you're the love of my life, we're going to be together, we're moving in, it's going to be quick. But remember, you got to allow yourself to trust whatever comes through and know that your body knows, your intuition knows. The higher consciousness that's being advanced is so quick that it's going to be a way that you just know once you meet the person. There's not even going to be second guessing that's going to happen when you feel that soul. It's going to be hard to ignore it. Now, on the other end of that, some of you are ending a relationship out of fear that you thought that that person was all that you were going to be able to do. That's all the only person that you're going to be able to attract. Now, the thing is that it's really interesting. When I was trailing into the lunar year of the rabbit, it was saying that because you felt like you were not fertile enough when I mean fertile enough, I mean like you weren't able to create certain things, you then put all of your energy and you put all of your dependency in this relationship. And now the way you were when you first met this person, which I'm going to trigger you are trauma bonded. Now it's like, we need to let that go because there is someone waiting at the door with some flowers saying, hey, I'm here and we're ready to be in divine unionship. Now, the other part, there's the group 3, and the group 3 person is the person that's already in the relationship. Now you have done the shadow work, you have done the healing, and now you're like, I'm ready for my prosperity. Universe, where's the bag? Let me give it. We're ready for it. And this is where your partner is starting to see, whoa, okay, you were you know what? Maybe you're right about this prosperity thing. They are now meeting you at that same place. And it's exciting, right? So maybe you have found out that your lifestyle of how you guys are working or what life is like. It's not working for you guys. You are working that out. And now you're like moving to Florida because that's what's better for your mental health. And that's what's better for the family. You know, this is where you guys are kind of coming hand in hand and you're starting to co-create together, which is all in initiation of the egregore that has happened because of this day and because of the energy of the rabbit. So you are being called in this divine unionship. And again, if that is something that maybe it can come in a relationship. And what I mean by that, it's going to be like a relationship of love. And love comes in different layers. Love can come in actually like romantically, but it can also come in business. So I want you to ask yourself, based on what I just shared, who was the first person that came up? It could have been someone romantically, or it could have been a friendship, or it could have been someone from the past. Whatever way, those three, different people I just listed out, let me know which one hits. And I want you to journal that. And I want you to ask yourself, what divine unionship is spirit calling you to be open to? Because that's what's coming through. Okay, I'm going to do a small card reading for you guys, and then we're going to end it because I didn't notice how long this video has been. And I was like, we're going to be quick, blah, blah. And then now we're here, but I don't regret it. You know why? Because this video is fire messages from spirit, like fire messages from spirit. And yeah, I feel like I'm still in the portal after messaging you guys and channeling you guys, all this stuff, bringing all the messages for you guys. So we have, how many? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards for you. We have the first card, be your light. Don't let other people be the light for you. Do not depend on a relationship. That is powerless. Our power is when we believe that we're powerful, and then we co-create and we create divine unionship. There is inner knowledge in the relationships you have created, but now it's time for you to look forward and step into that light and power in this time. Wise one, this is representing the ancestor. So grow within your current situation. There is a masculine ancestor that is holding you accountable to your manifestations. They're going to remind you. They're going to be like that alarm clock. Okay. Listen to them. They want you to be dedicated. I know there's all this like spiritual aspect of like, okay, spirit will divinely give it to me. If it's meant, it's meant. If the universe, we're for that. However, our human needs to be responsible and do the things too. So it's like, how committed are you to the manifestations you just claimed? It's said, but what are you doing now is what we're calling it. What are you going to do for that? And write that down with your manifestations. What are you doing? What's the plan? Get grounded, get planning, because this new moon and this lunar year, this day is about planning. It's about planning, sitting down, getting serious with things, crunching out some numbers if you need to bring that money to your goal, or crunching out like planning of like what you want to do to be committed to this. The oracle, wait for important information. So for some of you guys, now you're going to hear my video and you're going to be like, I need to do this, this, and this, and this. Wait, okay? Don't force an answer. Don't force a manifestation. Wait for when it comes. It will come 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after. Remember, I always talk about that. And again, I would highly encourage you, go check out my Aquarius energy update video as well. Direction guardian, choose a path. Okay, so you got two choices. You can choose yourself to be suffering in this mindset, in this lack perspective, or you can choose to be abundant and be in prosperity and fertile, right? So on the day of the Lunar New Year, on this Aquarius new moon, it's about what choice are you going to follow. Can I also just mention there is like a lion, an eagle, and I think that's a bull that's there. Like buffalo energy, like we just have some very powerful energy there. This is all power and perspective of power, and softness yet power. Water guardian, connect with your emotions. So again, this year is a lot about, finding prosperity and fertility, but that comes from the sacral. Once the sacral, it is the chakra of emotional intelligence. So a lot of you are going to go deeper into your emotions, and that's going to come from higher consciousness experiences, such as retreats, ceremonies, new rituals, new practices, new belief systems, maybe even new religions that will occur. I'm saying this, that some people might find a certain person, universe, whatever you want to connect with, that will help and support you through your journey and will help you find in your deeper self. Take it as it resonates, as I say. And then we have the last card, Mirror Guardian. Take your time to reflect. Take your time to write down those manifestations, because this day is the day, okay? We got 12 here. 12 is higher consciousness. You have you are becoming on this, sorry, my things ended there, but you are a direct channel to spirit. Like, how bomb is that? You are a direct channel. What a gift. We are direct channels. I love it. Okay, I got an affirmation for you guys, and I think we're gonna end the video because I think our hangout's done and this was fun, but I also wanna let you guys go because Spirit's telling me, okay, she can wrap it up. 1 second. Okay. We got 2 cards. Discipline. Ooh, that wise card that I gave you was literally this, discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So ask yourself, what discipline am I going to, commit to allow myself to manifest what I want? Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. How will you live in the energy of love? And this is why this divine unionship is so important, because a lot of us, I always say this, you do healing and shadow work on your own, right? And when you're single, it's this beautiful experience, ironically enough, even if you're like, I just really want a partner and that's what I love and I know I want to be with that. But hear me out. When you're single, it's a little bit easier, right? You're focusing on your healing. But when you add other spirits and souls into your life with unionship, whether that is a child, whether that is your partner, not only are you now integrating and evolving and connecting this higher consciousness, but now the deeper growth of getting to know yourself and, having another perspective is in relationships. So the biggest lesson is relationship. Those who don't have relationships can only know what they know within, can only know what from one perspective, which is themselves. So what this is calling you to do is to really step into, you don't know yourself until you are interacting with someone else, because then we're learning this perspective of who we are, what personality we've created ourselves to be based on our experiences and how we've absorbed those experiences. So those are my cards. This is all the information for this Lunar New Year in the year of the rabbit. I hope this year is with lots of luck, blessings, and ease for you. And this was fun. Again, it's also the Aquarius new moon. So I did do an energy update video that is posted. I also did a card reading. I also have a meditation. You guys are set for this day. Like, you are set. And, I might even do a meditation for you for the lunar. So you have 2 meditations. Bomb. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Okay, so let me know down below how you like this video. How do you enjoy this video? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bells so you don't miss a video. I do videos weekly for you lovely souls. And let me know how you're feeling and, claim it. Claim these manifestations, because this year is going to be a deep one. I love you all so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.